Hey, what's up, sports fans? Hopefully, everybody had an awesome Friday night. For DFS, definitely like a point short across the board, pretty much everywhere you needed to be, which are some of the rougher nights out there. But we move on into Saturday. Hopefully, y'all had more success and luck than I did. Rough go of it as a Bucks fan last night. Not much I can do to make excuses or anything like that. Just give the Miami Heat their credit and say they are significantly better coached and significantly better mental fortitude than the Milwaukee Bucks. That was very embarrassing. Rough night for the Lakers as well, but at least they're only down 1-0 and not down 0-3, which makes it a really embarrassing set of games by my team. So let's move on over to overlay, guys. Contests are up. The $22 progressive jackpot is now back over $5,000. Hopefully somebody can get into that today. They got baseball contest up as well, and we already covered the NFL one earlier this week, and we'll continue to get in that a little bit more. We'll definitely do a second thoughts on that one during next week because the NFL is coming real quickly. I can't imagine I'm the only one excited about that. So get your money in over at Overlay. The name of the website is overlaydfs.com. Excellent place to go for the casual DFS player. All right, moving over to DK for the day. As I already said, I don't know what you guys think. You guys think Denver has any chance in this series? I'm not sure. I'm a little bit torn on this one. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments section. Click the thumbs up button. Day passes are available. You get both sports. Subscribe to the station if you're new to it. You can get the write-up for paying members. Let me start with Kyle Lowry, the Toronto Raptors. So he was my favorite overall play on last slate. So obviously I have a pretty warm, fuzzy feeling about him right now as he did me real well last time out. I think he's my favorite play again in this one. So he played 46 minutes last game. You know, one of the things we talked about the Raptors last time out was down 0 games to 2. You can expect that a team like the Raptors and coach Nick Nurse are going to play their stars as much as they can. They did it. I expect Lowry, maybe he won't play 46, but I expect him to play over 40 minutes again today. Veteran leader. I expect this to be a good, close game. These teams are very evenly matched. These games have been a joy to watch. The total is lower in this game than it is in the Clippers against Denver, but I like this game significantly more from a DFS perspective. Clear pecking order um, as far as who's going to be in the games for bigger minutes in this one. And this is the game that I give way more, what's the best way to phrase this? Much higher opportunity of being down to the wire and close, where you play your good players bigger minutes. So Lowry is my guy in this game. He will definitely be my point guard today. I prefer him over the other guards in this game. Not that I don't like them as well, but he is my favorite of the guards in this game. So give me some Kyle Lowry once again. Next up, so the second game, I've been back and forth on this one. Part of me has a feeling that Denver plays their best game tonight, game two. We don't want to go down 0 games to 2 to a vastly superior opponent. Part of me thinks that the Clippers are just that much better, and that Denver, it was kind of like their Super Bowl to win that first round comeback against the Jazz, and they're just really not going to have a lot of great chances to win this series or even win this game. So I want to give more exposure to the first game, but you have to play somebody from the second game, of course. And Marcus Morris Sr., I think, is probably my favorite overall play. Um, Again, I'd rather have Kawhi in my lineup. But if you don't think the game is super competitive, like he has a big off and it really gives a negative hindrance to your salary cap. I like Kawhi. I think Kawhi is about as bulletproof as they come in the playoffs of any of the stars out there. I'm back and forth in how competitive I think this game is. So the thing about Marcus Morris is his price is fair. He got ejected and he had a bad shooting night, which gave him some lower performances, which kept his price very, very reasonable. This guy was balling early in the series against the Mavs, coming off a really nice first game where he shot the ball very well. I think he was 4 or 5 from three-point range. He fits that mid-tier build. This is another guy. If you don't think this game is super close, it's lower risk to play a lower money guy. But also, he plays a good portion of his run in the first quarter. He plays heavy, minutes in the first quarter, which gives that very, very safe opportunity if you do feel like this game may not be super competitive, which, again, I'm a little bit back and forth on. All right, so going back to the first game, Marc Gasol, the Toronto Raptors. Now, I rarely play Marc Gasol. He is about as uninspiring as any DFS play there is out there. He's not nearly as good as he once was. His role on this offense is nothing close to what his role on the Memphis Grizzlies was, but there's a reason he's priced at 4,500. He plays very safe minutes. What do I expect on the day? Standard minutes, standard 16 to 25 DK points, limited upside, solid floor. What I like about Marc Gasol today, having played around with the builds a little bit this morning, I have a desire to pay down at center. I like some guards in this play. I like some forwards. Don't really love any of the bigger money centers. So give me somebody cheap that will allow me to play the guys that I want in my lineup. All right, next up. So let's talk about Marcus Smart. This is another one. This is a little bit more gut than statistical breakdown than anything. Coming off a rough loss with, they're about to be up 3-0. OG Anunoby hits the shot of the playoffs. I don't expect Boston to wilt and die or anything like that, but I do expect, gut feeling is a guy like Marcus Smart, one of the team leaders, veteran leader, hard-fighting, hard-nosed player. I'm not a Marcus Smart fan, but I have so much respect for the way that he plays the game. I expect him to play well today. So his counting stats, his rebounds, his steals, and his blocks, they're all going to be there today, in my opinion, which will give him a decent floor. The potential ceiling comes from the fact that he's not a great three-point shooter, but his three-point shot is better than it once was. So when he does get rolling, and he is one of the guys they leave open, you can't leave Kemba open, you can't leave Tatum open. Jaylen Brown's playing well offensively, so they're going to be guarding him. Marcus Smart is the guy most likely to get some of the weaker defense from the Toronto Raptors. He should play big minutes today. I prefer him in the GPP build, but quite honestly, if he's like my last guy to put into a cash game, I'm completely okay with him in there as well. If you can get up to a Van Vliet or a Brown, I understand wanting to get there, but sometimes you just can't do that, and you got to pay down a little bit farther at shooting guard. So I like Marcus Smart a lot in GPPs, and I'm fine with him in cash is the way I view this one. So that's what I got today, guys. Click the thumbs up button if you don't mind. NFL package is still up for 20% off the website. Monthly memberships, you get all three sports. As football is only a week away. Excited. We got a showdown slate coming up on Thursday. It's a great time to be a sports fan, y'all.